So you see this setup? I'm holding up my microphone. This is a blue Snowball. It's not a great microphone. I have to do a lot of post-editing, processing to make it sound good. You can't see it, but actually my camera's propped up. I put a battery in front to try to make it so it doesn't fall down, but it wasn't enough, so I had to put another screwdriver in front. I just found what I had. And it's not the proper setting. At home, I would have everything set up properly. I have a tripod for my camera. I have a special lapel microphone that I plug in with an adapter to go into my phone because it's not a USB-C connection by default. Or I have my camera set up already on a tripod in the room with the studio lighting already there. So nothing's perfect here. It doesn't work very well. And the question is, how do you make do? How do you handle this? And the funny thing is, it seems such a big deal to us when you have this hassle, that hassle, and you're like, oh, I just give up. But the thing is, why is this so hard for us? I think the idea is because we're from a first world country where we expect stuff to work. This needs to do this, needs to do that. You have a piece you buy to make it so it does this. You have another piece you buy to enable that capability. Whereas when you're from a poorer country, you sort of just make do, and that's your life. You're innovative, you're creative, because you have to be. And that's the irony, that here, it's so hard for us to overcome these little obstacles. It's just little things, just little hassle. But when you add up one hassle after another, we're like, oh, was this just not meant to be? But would you ever say that for your wedding? When you're trying to find your spouse? Say, oh, this is too much. I guess I'll just give up, It's raining. Oh, can't go out. No, you don't, right? And when you really want to do something, you just figure out a way to do it. You figure out a way around the obstacles. And I realized that's one thing coming back home to my dad's place, that it's just adapting to a different situation. It's not the way I set it up. It's not the way I like. There's a light in the hallway that's an automatic light. It's nice for a night. But it turns on when you walk by it, and it's really annoying because it's right here at my eye level, basically. Why don't you do something with it, right? My dad said, oh, I don't have a cover for it. Well, I turned it upside down, but I guess he doesn't like it upside down because upside down would make it from here to here, below eye level. And it's right before my room. So if you're just walking by, it's not a big deal, but I have to literally walk around it to get into my room. And so things aren't set up properly, things aren't set up correctly, things aren't so comfortable. It's hard to record. It's easier to do it when it's the right setting. But the thing is, if you wait for the timing to be right, if you wait for the right setting, if you need the proper equipment, then you won't get anything done. See, the people who work in the studios shooting these beautiful movies, I'm sure before they got this job, they were there shooting in their backyard, out on the street, with bad lighting, without the best equipment. And it's only because they did such a good job in these unseemly poor circumstances that they made it. I think that's what we have to do as well, right? Before we make it big, before we do all this grand stuff, we have to just make it because we're perseverant. We keep trying. We overcome these obstacles and we do the best we can with what we have. And that's what we call making do.